So I got there's a moon one. It's like 30 seconds though. I just don't know if the joke is worth 30 seconds.
30 seconds? Wow, okay.
Yeah. Okay, we're still gonna try this one. Here we go. Okay, that's a long.
That's a long time.
That's a long video.
That's a long time.
Okay, here we go. It goes 10 seconds. This looks pretty dope. But how would it work? Because you'd have to be like recording first, and then you'd have to hit it. So there'd be this 1 second where like you pop up and you're like, oop, and then like you hit the right.
Yeah, I guess. And then there's no finishing animation for that thing. I thought the button would go down or something.
I am seeing as a set as intro, so you can perhaps like if you do that properly, it's probably like hit the button, and when you go live, that's what shows up.
Look at us 370 episodes later, figuring things out.
Give it access to buttons. One more. And apparently you can unmute yourself if you want to make stunning commentary on this outdoor.
Oh, can you?
On those intros and outros, yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, there's 5 minutes. How bold do you want to be?
5 minutes? I mean, you keep the people waiting, right? It's anticipation.
Yeah, it's how you build an audience, I think.
That's right.
And I'm pretty sure something like that.
Yeah.
But with that live, let's go ahead and get the show underway. Kids back in school, dads back in space. They consider No Man's Sky for a quick change of pace. Jeff makes a plea for Kingdom Come 2, and a dad actually paid for a game skin that was new. Welcome to New Dad Gaming. The adult beverages are poured. The kids are asleep. Welcome to New Dad Gaming, a show about fatherhood, gaming, and new fathers figuring out their gaming lives. My name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and a soon-to-be 8-year-old.
Woo, getting up there. And I'm Jeff. I have a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old.
And so cheers. We're going to get into some beers of the week. I want to do a quick shout off right at the beginning. We have had some fantastic contact before from people across the pond or like in different countries, things like that. One thing I can say for certain, though, is that we did make an international appearance because my dear niece, Amelia, listened to our latest episode while the family was traveling in England.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we have had English listeners before, but to know that like for sure we're getting played in a country. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, that's awesome. We deserve that 5-minute countdown now.
So thank you, Amelia, and thank you to, of course, all the international listeners. Of course, we always do appreciate you. Now, as always, we are kind of past it. We've started school in this household, and I'll get into a bit of a story about that. But it doesn't mean we're not going to continue with the beers. I think I am feeling pumpkin beers at least.
Whew.
Right? And we'll see what happens as we roll into October and Thanksgiving beers and pumpkin beers.
Yeah.
And see if we just kind of keep it rolling, because perhaps we get into Christmas beers and it's just we've gotten some pretty decent. Some dads has reached out saying, "Hey, we do like it." And by the way, dads, if you don't like it, reach out and tell us off.
Yeah,
perhaps we'll stop it. But at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. But we do continue. We are going to keep it rolling. So beer of the week for myself, I am continuing. This is part 2 of 3 of my wife's rando beers.
Okay.
So listeners who might have heard from the last episode, my wife was out shopping, and I told, look, I need a beer for the podcast. Go to the beer aisle. Just no thought, just emotions, just feelings. Whatever cans you see that you find interesting, grab those for me. Right. She grabbed 3, and all 3 of them were fantastic. I can't speak to the beers yet. But I mean, fantastic in the sense of like, I am so proud of what you picked. This is cool. Okay. Like, this is like the type of stuff I'd want to try. So today we are trying Sleeping Giant Krampus Christmas Ale. So
interesting.
Say that 3 times fast. Sleeping Giant Krampus Christmas Ale. Now, I don't know if it's a bit tongue in cheek as far as, the Christmas in July type of thing, or this is just a very old beer that happened to be on the shelf.
They just dust it off and just like, here.
Yeah, here you go. You can have this one. This will be fun.
Okay.
Let's see here. Sorry. System
You
settings.
decided to drink this one though, so you had a choice. You could have shelved this for Christmas or
Yeah.
holidays, but
It saved it instead. We're not gonna have any video on this recording because there's some permissioning issues I did not properly update.
yeah,
Not to worry though. We're doing it. Imagine with, if you will. But the Sleeping Giant Krampus Christmas sale, I actually have the can right here. So gnarly looking dude.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, just like utterly wild. And the thing is, like, it takes itself after a barley wine, which is
Oh,
weird, kind of in beer form. So it's Krampus barley wine is a contemplative sipper after a long night of disciplining naughty children. Aromas of caramelized dark fruit, rich maltiness, and American oak. Rich malt sweetness and toffee notes finish with a pleasing alcohol warmth. Surprisingly balanced and just enough hop bitterness to drink while young or age longer to let the woody note mellow. Either way, Krampus is happier with a barley wine than cookies and milk. So yeah, it is interesting. Like there's a lot of flavor to it. Like it is bold. It bold and like interesting. It's almost the type of thing you'd want to go to in my opinion, like a festive event, and it's served, and they have everybody kind of try like, oh, like, well, this is really interesting.
all
I
right.
don't think you're just gonna have it at your house. Like you just finish
No?
like you just finish like shoveling the driveway, and I'll just have a Krampus Christmas ale.
Yeah,
But it's certainly interesting, and it does pack a punch, which as we get up in dad years is one of those risk rewards type of thing because it's 7.6
okay,
in a
yeah.
tall can. It's like I have
There
to
you
work
go.
tomorrow. This is you know what I mean. So it's one of those challenges for it. But yeah, like great taste, like really well done. Sleeping Giant seems to be a well-known brewer and doing some really amazing things. And man, 2 for 2 for my wife's rando picks. I am
Nice.
enjoying
Yeah.
it. Now yourself, what did you pick up?
Not quite Christmas beer, but on the Krampus note, just a beer by Kozel, right?
Mhm.
I cannot pronounce this one because it's in Czech. Velkopopoviki.
That's not even close.
No, it's not.
Well, hold on. Sorry, I said judgingly. I can see the label here.
Okay, try it.
Velkopopoviki. Woof.
Velkopopoviki.
Jeez, I deeply apologize to any Czech viewers.
It's not gonna work out for me to pronounce that. This is one my 12-year-old actually picked out because they like the little goat guy
Of course.
on the front. This is probably half what you're drinking over there. 4.6. So a little bit less. A very easy lager to drink. So totally
Excellent.
recommend this one for entertaining. You could put this on the shelf and
There you
entertain your
go.
guests for the holiday season. So
Do you want the mad Krampus
yeah,
demon type character, or do you want like the happy Christmas coat? Like you kind of
right.
pick.
Before and after. Let's see which one.
As we do round towards Christmas, by the way. I saw the first official Christmas tree in Costco the other day.
Well, okay, yeah, it's time, I
Yeah,
guess, eh?
not even they didn't even wait for September 1st. They just like it's like all right, August 26th, fine.
Yeah, just get them out the
Christmas.
door.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Well, I have some friends at work that they immediately start Christmas like September 1st. So this
Yeah.
is right on par with them. So they're probably like loving it.
Hey, you folks do you folks. God bless you. All right. So moving on. The one thing I did want to mention is that for us this year, it's been interesting. I'm not sure how your guys got to school, but up until now, two things happened. So we were dropping them off at school. It just
Oh,
worked out
okay.
to be the easiest kind of situation, given age, given everything, all just together. And then afterwards, they'd be taken by bus to aftercare, at which point we would drive to pick them up afterwards.
Yeah.
So, bookending your day with this like pickup nonsense. And I will say, like, parents, I get it. We're all in this fight together. We're doing our best, like with the tools that we have.
Yeah.
But a lot of you are idiots when you drop your kids off. Like, just stone cold morons. I'm sorry. It was
Yeah.
like, it's just there's like simple rules. Like I don't know if it's an age thing, but I've just become more ornery when it comes to like simple rules. Where it's like there is one line of drop off kids, your kid on the one side, and then there's a drive-by lane. You get your
Right.
kid out, and then you move your car out of the way so the other ones can come on.
Right. It's a
Very,
flow. Yeah.
very obvious system. And the amount of creative ways these parents would find to mess this up is staggering. it's like I'm going to drive up on the grass. I'm going to just stop in both lanes and get out of the car to get something out of the trunk. I'm
Yeah.
going to change my oil. It defies logic. The amount of ways these people screwed up this list. So this year we decided to go with the bus instead. And it's glorious. It is absolutely glorious. We have to be up maybe 20 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
But it's like they get onto the bus and I just go home and enjoy coffee. It's a godsend. And because they're old enough, we're in a good neighborhood, it's just around the corner. When they get dropped off, they just walk home.
Yeah.
I don't even have to meet them. They just pedal back. Like I come up at the end of my day, they've just already been home. They did some homework, played a game, had a snack. Perfect. Like it's so much better this year. I don't like, what is your like drop off pickup situation?
Well, you're getting a taste of what I've had for a while now. I used to do the walk to school, and then the younger one would just normally walk with their friends to school. They're 5 minutes down the road to their school, so it's not much of an issue. There's no buses involved. I was in the phase of doing before and after care, where that was the drop off, but not as bad as school time, right? Like the actual bell. But my older one takes like the city bus to school, so if they need anything after, I have to go get them from like after school band or something. Not much of an issue though, because I'm off work at the time and I can go and zip them and get them. And they're high school parents, so they're not as bad as the elementary. I think I could say with fair, reason that there's more of a system there. At least what I've experienced so far.
So maybe I'm being a bit critical.
No, man, I think you're right on. It's just you have to say it. You have to be blunt and clear, especially when it's raining. Throw snow in there, like it's chaos. So I get it.
Yeah, I was about to give them an out, but it's like, no, you're right. They are idiots. I stand by my statement. Because I was going to say, like, because like small kids are chaos agents.
Yeah.
Right. So they like, I don't know, they just don't have a shoe, or like you have to like kind of deal with situations. But no, they are dumb.
No.
It's bad. They need to be better. So I'll stick by my original statement.
And I don't know if your school sends out, like, we get like a little message to everyone, right, saying if you have to drop off, right, then this is a map of what you should do with little arrows. And they even call it, I don't know if yours is called kiss and ride, but like it's, again, kiss your kid goodbye and get them out of the car and bye-bye. And like it's just literally trying everything that they can do to move along the line. So
keep it clean, folks. Hey, and I'll say this: anybody who has the good taste to listen to this show, I would trust you in my school line. I know you.
There you go.
But hey, one of those classic like it gets better scenarios, like as like they get older, like one of the cool parts is like when they just get on a bus, when they just go to school, like it's that little less inundation on your day, makes things easier. So it gets better, folks. Hey, now let's take off into the skies. The No Man's Sky, the game that just keeps on giving. Like I think it's been a near decade now of like free updates to this game, right? Like and they just launched a brand new one. I think it's called Voyagers. It goes on top of a bunch of other previous updates, but at this point now, it just has everything. You can now have multiplayer missions. You can see the interiors of ships. So you build ships, you can just kind of like walk around it and like see the different corridors, things like that, like group missions, multiplayer, better biomes, like spacewalking. It just keeps going. It just has everything. And I got to say that I'd be curious your take on it. Like you every now and then get that like little itch of like, man, should I start playing this game a lot? Like, should I just dive back in? Because they've taken it so far. It's crazy.
I think every update that they release, because it's pretty major, I think this is 7.0 for them or whatever, but every big update I always tend to reinstall. So I was actually thinking of you when this one hit. I'm like, I was gonna message you and just see like, oh my god, they have shipbuilding. That's something I would totally love and get back into. So as we started like this show, I think I'll go and download it just to get back into it and see what it has to offer. But it's always so much fun. It's like a brand new game, right? It's like all these DLCs, just like, here you go, free. Here you go, free. Whatever.
So I'd be curious with you because have you played it on the PS5?
I haven't. I had it on PS4, but disc. So when I bought the
Oh.
PS5, it didn't transfer over, and at that time, I think it was on sale on Steam, and I had Steam Deck, so
Oh,
it plays
interesting.
on
Okay.
there quite well.
See, I thought that's too bad because what I was curious about was the improvement of it on the PS5 with its
Oh,
rendering power.
right.
Because Steam Deck, I feel like it'd be a little. Have you
It
tried on
does.
the Steam Deck? Does it handle it?
It handles it, but you do have to tweak it. So like there
Mm.
are like, the FSR, like the frame generation and stuff that you can flick on.
Mm.
Uh I have got it to a sweet spot. But yeah, you do have to tweak like all the settings and just figure it out. And balance with the fan. That's what I
Mm.
usually find is like you can have it full blast, but that fan is like drowning out. It's the engines of your spaceship at that point. So
Yeah, so this will be a bit of ignorance on my side. Does the PS5 disc version not play PS4 discs?
well, no, it will, but I don't have the disc version. I have the digital version.
Oh, you have the digital. Okay,
So I'd
one
have to
of those rare
rebuy it.
occasions.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I have to rebuy it if I want it on the PS5.
Okay, sorry. Continued ignorance on the PS. So as because I've thought about this too. Because when my kids decided to get a metal detector instead of a PS5,
Right. Yes.
the internal death that I experienced at the time,
Yeah.
that that'll forever be etched into the darkness of my mind. I had thought it's like, okay, if we did get a PS5, can I just play my God of War game that I had for PS4 and Horizon Zero Dawn, which I have as digital versions for the PS4? Can I play those even as PS4 versions on the PS5?
Yeah, if you have the digital versions, it'll download whatever version's available. So if you have digital God of War and they've upgraded it since, it will give you the PS5 version if there's no upgrade fee, or it'll just download the PS4 version onto the PS5.
Okay.
If you have the discs for the PS4, you need the disc version of the PS5.
Right. Okay, but now
So
since you had the digital version of No Man's Sky for PS4, you should be able to download that to the PS5, right?
yeah, I have the disc version though. But yeah, if you had the
Oh, okay.
digital,
Jeez. Okay.
yeah. So I even have it, I think, behind me, probably
Yeah.
back there.
I just kept missing that thing because I was just like, is there any? I'm just excited to see if you could play the upgraded PS5 version because I just think the visuals would be ridiculous.
Awesome,
Yeah.
right? And then pair that with PSVR, and that'd be kind of a fun
Oh, good
time.
lord.
So
Cost of PS5.
hey, if you
No.
tell your kids to get out there with a metal detector and start finding some, gold, then
I'm just wondering what the cost of No Man's Sky is on PS5.
it goes on sale regular. It might be even on sale now, to be honest.
So yeah, I'd
Usually.
be curious if the so I'm seeing a 60% off, but that might be a PS4 one.
No, they usually put the whole thing. Well, it might be they've never upgraded it, but
Oh, that'd be interesting.
you know what I mean? Like they release an update to it, but they don't release a whole new version.
Gotcha,
No,
gotcha.
it's 31. It's 31 bucks. Yeah, it is PS5 version. There's two versions there.
Okay. I don't want to push you into buying things, but I will say
Oh,
that
you don't.
that does not count. And it's just of any game that would benefit from the power,
Right.
that seems to be one of them.
Yeah, no, it would be cool to see. The problem I have with it now, not the game itself, is that I don't know where you're playing it, but if we were to play online through PlayStation, I got to get the PS Plus again, and like,
Oh, right.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
spend that money for it, but
That's rough.
it would
I
be
haven't.
cool to see it.
Yeah, because keep watching those sales. See if that comes up for you. For me, I had the PS4 version, then I also have the PC version that I also did buy,
Right.
which I've not tried it on the new Beefier like gaming PC that I have. So I'm pretty interested to give that a spin. The problem is like
okay.
I'm supposed to be gearing. The whole reason I had it kind of set up is I'm gearing up for the Great Elite Dangerous Distant World thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go into an entirely different galaxy, like the wrong galaxy. So this is like inappropriate timing for the wrong space game. No.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, come on. Like, what are we gonna do here? So,
See what we
no,
get to
again, I'll look into it and see if I can reinstall it.
I can't sleep, but I enjoy a good bedtime story.
That was
I
just
do
Siri piping in for no particular reason. Great. Thank you for that. Anyways, gaming dads, have you been have you continued to play No Man's Sky with the new releases? Are you kind of interested in it? Write into us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. So speaking of games that we wanted to keep playing, games that we've enjoyed, it seems like you've beaten Kingdom Come Deliverance, and you are now yearning for the follow-up, for the sequel in this year of no new games.
I know. Why did we do this to ourselves? I'm just kidding. It's been good so far. We've been strong so far. But literally this game took over my life for the last few weeks. It's one of those games that I know I've talked about it, but like once you get into it and into a flow, the time bleeds away. And I finally completed the first one. And I found out the sequel not only like ups the ante everywhere, like better graphics, all this stuff, whatever. It literally picks up where the other one ended, right? So you finish this one and you are literally on the same horse with the same guy in the second one, and you're off into this new region. And I'm like, man, that hurts.
That hurts.
That's such a awesome thing to do. Like, and it would be a totally different vibe if I finished it when it came out in like 2018 and then I had to wait until 2025. It's right there, Trevor.
Yeah, I know.
It's right there.
This might be your greatest test. This could be the greatest foe you faced, because especially for how much you enjoyed it, how much time you spent building this particular kind of lore, and the thought that you could just continue that into the next game.
Yeah.
But you can't.
No, I know. And they sweeten the pot and they're like, hey, it's like 35% off right now. You could totally do this. And I'm just staring at it. I'm like, nope. Nope, I'm not gonna do it.
Not right now. I'm trying to think. Nope. Could you think of any other title that did that? But like besides Mass Effect, I can't particularly think of any title where you got to keep your character and your decisions from one to the next.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, that's another thing. I don't know if it totally keeps your character profile, but I can't even think of a game where it picks off like there's a minute like between where one ended and this one starts, right? So like how like Mass Effect is one, right? Where it's a continuous kind of thread.
Yeah, and not only like it brings over like easy enough, like however you design your character, that's the same. But then the decisions you made, it's like
affects that, right?
Welcome to the bar. There's Cora, except this version. Oh no, Cora died because you killed her.
Right.
And that's not, you know what I mean? Whatever like the characters are.
Yeah.
I mean, Gaming Dad's right into us if you think of anything else, but I cannot think of many games that have really allowed you to continue one character. Mostly because, like, especially Mass Effect 3, like that, I heard that was one of the biggest challenges with their ending. Because at that time, the number of variables they had allowed, it's like you saved this race, you killed this person, you slept with this person, you didn't sleep with this person. Like the spider web of just like decisions were just absurd by the end of it. So you could see why people wouldn't even want to, right?
Yeah, no, and I don't know how you even go to plan that out, because you're like, well, we have this main thread, but all these other decisions, like we have to make something for, because who knows what this gamer wants, like if it's like my kid playing and they're like, no, I really want to like just wipe everybody out and continue on by myself, then
destroy your NPC.
Right? It just paints yourself into a corner for the third one. Like you have to have at least that thread. So I don't know how they did it, and I don't know if really we'll see it again. I think that was like top tier art. Like somebody had to really push for like, hey, we're gonna do this over 3, and now it's just about how much dollars can you bring in on one, and maybe we'll see about a sequel. Right? So, like, can you plan that out? I don't know.
The reason I could see it would be, I would almost imagine, for instance, with something like Destiny, and maybe they kind of like dropped the ball here because people had thrown a crazy amount of effort and time and everything else into their first Destiny characters.
Yeah.
And then they announced Destiny 2. Now, of course, by the time you have those people who've been grinding for that long, they're not going to want to just take... they don't want to necessarily start at 0, but you think they'd be like, it's like, okay, if you can bring in certain items that you had to have grinded from the first one, some perks because of it, but there's just this opportunity where they could have done a fan service to say, hey, anybody who's been with us for a while, you got these cool things, which are really hard to get in the game. Like you can carry it over. Yeah. Plus we allow for some unique armor and stuff like that.
Right.
But they didn't. I mean,
no.
But you could just see like where there'd be this carryover from live service type games, where if
Right.
you are going to do a significant like upgrade, you could try to help them with some carryover, right?
Yeah, and that's always like, I don't know, terrifying as a developer. Like, how are we gonna do this? Like this super successful game, have all these players, and all of a sudden we have to tell them like, okay,
Hmm.
come on over here. But then not help them is a problem, right? So yeah, that's a tough one. Who was some game? Okay, it's familiar in my brain, but I'm not sure what it was. But one of the games you had to pay to bring over your character.
That was Mass Effect. Well, sorry,
Was it
not,
Mass
no,
Effect? Okay.
sorry, I'll qualify that. Geez, and I've told this story 3 or 4 times, but I was so happy to spend that money because what it
Oh,
was because I
okay.
had
No,
switched
yeah.
systems. I think the first one I played PC, second was on Xbox, and there was this DLC you could purchase for like $5, where it brought you through all the decisions you could have possibly made as kind of like a prequel comic.
Right.
So you
Okay.
paid. So it's like, okay, well, you don't have your save, but if you would like to reestablish the decisions that you made, then you pay $5 and you get this kind of like story mode, and you get to choose like, okay, yeah, I did kill that person, I didn't save that world, I did this, and then that way you can kind of continue your story.
Right.
Again, see, I could understand how people might see that as exploitive, in that like you've made this connection and now they're going to use that to get extra money. But I
Yeah.
was so thankful for it that I got to continue my story, that it was a very happy purchase.
Yeah.
Now, you may be thinking of something else. I don't. That's the only one that I know of, though. And I could picture them charging people for the privilege.
Right. It's one of those things where you're like, well, why don't they do that more often? Or we haven't seen them. But like, if I really love the property, like let's say Witcher 4 comes out and they're like, probably a bad example of what happens with end of the Witcher 3, there's no way it can really reach 4. But if they're like, hey, you pay $5 and you bring on all your stats, and somehow we'll have to dilute them, right? Because you can't be maxed out.
Yeah.
I would totally do it. I think that would be a fun way to start the game. It'd be like familiar, like you're
I'd be
getting.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. So
There's a cool way to do it. It's just it takes a lot of foresight
yeah.
and desire, like you said, like Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect, for however you feel about it, I think most people can appreciate there was some artistic merit to the story they were telling.
Right.
So it made sense of what they did. Games going forward, I'd be hopeful. Let's put it that way. I bet if somehow Hello Games ever releases a No Man's Sky 2, I bet they might try to let you carry some stuff over, because that just seems to be the kind of guys they are.
It would be interesting because they have the Light No Fire as their next one, right? So I'm wondering if they can bring over something to get people on board with that one. Like that makes sense.
So I was researching just before we got on, and I know this is kind of like a back to the initial topic of No Man's Sky, but I found really interesting, because of just the way that Hello Games is structured. Like they're somewhat independent and they can just kind of make the discussion. The game runs on their own custom engine, so they're not really beholden to anybody else. The reason they were able to update No Man's Sky with the recent updates, which most specifically involve the interior of ships and people, an ability for people to join you on your ship and see the inside of your ship, that actually comes from their new game,
Right.
Light No Fires. So because they made an update in their future game, the next game coming up, they actually backported it into their previous game. So they're using all future development for their new game to like work. It's like, hey, we built this new feature that allows for XYZ. Hey, let's put it into the space game that everybody still loves. Let's just do that as well. Like it is bonkers in this day and age that something like that exists. So they're not just like throwing it. It's like, well, let's just throw it out. That was successful. Let's move on to the next. Like it's just like this labor of love. It's like, well, we built all this cool stuff. Let's bring it to the other game. Hooray!
Yeah,
it just disseminates. It's amazing.
That's the way to work it, though. Like you might as well develop a new game, and then hey, you want some fresh new content for this old game? It's actually the stuff we've already developed, and we're just gonna put it in there. And even the glitches that happen from it, we'll actually take that and put it into the new game to fix it. Right? Like, why wouldn't you do that? That's perfect.
Win-win-win. Oh man, I'm definitely playing this after we get off the episode here.
And downloading now. And
back in space, yeah. My bit rate for the podcast here just drops off a cliff because I'm downloading this massive 8 gig upload. Lastly, just to put myself before the dad jury, I wanted to admit a terrible sin that I've committed. And if anything, it's just wild. I'm trying to think back to myself 5 years ago,
Right.
and to state the thing that I'm going to state is just, it seems so out of pocket. There's just like no way to do it. Like, I paid actual human money
Yes.
for a Fortnite skin.
See, Trevor. Okay, this is the new dad confessional.
It's just, man, it's just, they have this one, and I really wish at this point I was able to share my screen on this episode, but it's called Doggo,
Okay.
and it's this dope looking pug character. He's got this like awesome colorful sweater. He's got the same dumb pug eyes that like don't look straight exactly. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen him around. Like, he's a character that appears every now and then, available
Okay.
for purchase, but fairly rarely. And it was just, I just couldn't. So like for long time listeners will know that I had a deer pug, since deceased, named Moogle, which was always fun because like whenever you introduce my dog and its name to people, you kind of got a sense of whether they played video games or not.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
cool.
Moogle, I
Yeah.
get it. What's a Moogle? Like, what do you know? So pugs are near and dear to my heart, and I just continually see this guy around. I'm like, man, forget it. Like, when this shows up, I will actually buy this thing, because my kids will often have me play Fortnite with them, so I'm in the world fairly often, and an ability just to enjoy it that much more. What can I tell you? So go back 5 years. Tell that young, fresh Trevor that he spent his like hard-earned money on a damn visual for Fortnite. Hard to believe.
I mean, does it come with like a little dance or something? Like, do you get a little?
There's like packs. Like, he has like some sort of like backpack and other things like that. But I was just interested in the visual. It looks so goofy. I'll say this
that now. I'm just saying, 5 years from now, you're gonna have the whole set.
Keep on expanding my doggo connection. I'll say this. So the skin thing for me, there is actually not a science you want to call it, but my problem is so many of the skins kind of look try hard.
Oh.
And what I mean is, like, look at me, I'm this super cool, dark, awesome guy, and I'm going to totally win. And then I suck at Fortnite. So it's like, so I don't want to have this like dark, ominous, cool, awesome skin for the type of performance that I can pull off in Fortnite. Yeah. So the secondary thing about this one is like, it is perfectly aligned with my abilities with Fortnite. It's like how badly his eyes are crisscross exactly lines up with my ability to actually aim anything inside of it. So it's perfect. So
it's great.
But it's one of those things that like I actually like actively think through of like, okay, I wouldn't want to have that skin because that is just like too cool.
Right.
It is like too menacing and has nothing to do with my ability in this game.
So we're just putting our viewers on notice. If they see a doggo out there, it could be you.
Yeah, unless he's actually good. That's probably not me.
Okay, then it's not you. All right. Then your kid
is there's a doggo.
I get it.
Is he stuck in a tree? Might be Trevor. Could be.
Yeah, there he is. There he goes.
All right, everybody. We'll wrap it up there for the week. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any beer suggestions, I think Jeff and I are going to kind of keep this rolling a little bit longer. We've been enjoying it, kind of see where the wind takes us, or the drinks in that case. But I'd love to hear your suggestions. We had a couple great ones from the audience. Always do like to receive it. Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming, newdadgaming.com. While there, you can let us know any other stories, anything on your mind. Have you bought a Fortnite skin? Do you have a great memory of a game that allowed you to continue a particular story? Fun time. Do you disagree with me as far as parents dropping off their kids and then being just complete dolts? Anything else in between? One of the greatest parts of the show, talking with fellow dads. Reach out to us at New Dad Gaming on all the socials or newdadgaming.com. If you did like the show, what really helps us out is if you go to any of our major podcast networks, Google Podcasters, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere where you find your podcast, search for New Dad Gaming. If you could subscribe, helps us up huge. And additionally, if you can leave a comment and a rating, helps boost the signal, gets us out to more gaming dads, and Jeff and I'll be eternally grateful.
Yes.
Guys, until next week, thank you so much for listening. My name is Trevor, and I have a 10-year-old and an 8-year-old.
And I'm Jeff. I have a 15-year-old, 12-year-old, and please do subscribe because it can get Trevor more doggo costumes.
Just like, these Fortnite skins are expensive, man. We gotta get that Fortnite sponsorship. Let's go. Remember, everybody, just because you became a dad
Does not mean it's game over.
see you next week.
See you later.